This week on Your Herd, Marshall students walk to remember the victims of 9/11.
Well, I think it means a lot to the people of Huntington that, we as Marshall students came out today and really showed our support.
The Huntington and Marshall communities celebrate National Day with the students of Saudi Arabia.
At Marshall University, we enjoy students here from 59 different countries, just from all over the world.
Students wear pink to support Planned Parenthood and mitts to support congressional threat to funding. We sit down with Chase Linton to see how he's balancing football and school.
I just have to kind of treat it like practice, take practice very seriously, and everything you do in practice will overtake in the game.
And the Huntington Music and Arts Festival was held this past weekend where local bands performed at Ritter Park.
People about the Christmas of the Huntington music scene.
Your Herd starts now. Welcome to Your Herd, the show that brings you your local news, sports, and art throughout the Huntington area. I'm your host, Tom Jenkins. 14 years after the tragic event, Americans still feel the effects of the attacks on 9/11. Huntington natives and Marshall students understand having had their own tragedy in 1970. So to commemorate the lives lost on 9/11, they take a walk every year. Your Herd was there. For now the fourth year in a row, Marshall students and staff gathered to walk in remembrance of the attacks on September 11, 2001.
14 years ago, our entire world was impacted when terrorists attacked the World Trade Center and the Pentagon.
The walk began at Marshall University Rec Center and finished at Spring Hill Cemetery, where 75 flags were placed around the Marshall Football Memorial to commemorate the lives lost in the horrific plane crash.
Being a resident and a native of the Huntington community, it's a beautiful thing for everybody to come together for such a great event. It means so much to our country, our community, and that's really what our community was built on, just strong ties coming together through tough times, overcoming adversity.
The ceremony was held on top of the hill where Huntington locals would share their personal experiences about the tragic day.
Paul loved Marshall. Paul loved his friends. We are so thankful for all of those who throughout the years have helped us get through each and every day.
14 years later, Marshall students still appreciate the significance of the ceremony.
It's really a different feeling because a lot of us, we were so young when this did happen, but it's really cool to see the effects on so many people and to see so many people come out that still remember or are still affected by what happened.
Well, being an ROTC, eventually I'm going to serve in the military, so obviously I have a devotion to the United States and want to serve our country. So that being said, this goes for all organizations across Marshall. They should all get involved, enjoy this one day of patriotism.
Marshall's international student population continues to grow every year, and with that, American students are able to experience many different cultures. Your Herd's own Abbi Pritchard was there to celebrate Saudi National Day.
September 23rd marked the second annual Saudi National Day at Marshall University, where the city of Huntington and students of Marshall came out to celebrate.
This is a great occasion because we not only celebrate a national day for the government and the country of Saudi Arabia, but we celebrate not only their presence, but we are glad and happy that they are here with us because we will grow from them and they will also grow from us.
Saudi Arabian students say this event gives both countries an opportunity to better understand each other's culture.
It's a channel, and it's a chance, and it's a priceless chance that we have to exchange the knowledge, and we have to share the message that we are working for, and we have to open a channel to the other nations, so we can communicate with others. We can break the stereotypes, and we can develop the cooperation between the nations.
Because we all must strive to live in a global society, and a part of that is having integrated thinking and integrated values. We have most things that are in common. And so on behalf of Marshall University today, we celebrate this. This is the second occasion the Saudi students have celebrated National Day here at Marshall University. It is much larger than it was last year, and certainly we look forward to being a part of this each year.
I'm Abbi Pritchard. You heard?
This past Tuesday, students came out to rally for Planned Parenthood. Rob Engle was there with the story.
Thanks, Tom. Students at Marshall participated in National Pink Out Day on Tuesday in support of Planned Parenthood, amidst the congressional threat to the organization's funding. More than 90 cities nationwide participated in this effort to defend the reproductive health care services on the same day Planned Parenthood President Cecile Richards appeared in front of a congressional committee to defend the embattled organization. Conservative opponents to Planned Parenthood threatened to vote to shut down the federal government if the $450 million of annual federal funding was not revoked by October 1st, a spending bill deadline. Women's Studies Organization President Jocelyn Gibson explains why she stands with Planned Parenthood.
I would say it mostly impacts women below the poverty line who otherwise wouldn't have access to reproductive health care, STD screenings, cervical cancer screenings, breast cancer screenings, mammograms, birth control, anything like that.
Though the House passed a last-minute bill to keep the federal government running until December, this battle is far from over. Though Planned Parenthood cannot allocate federal funds to be used for abortions, the congressional battle to defund the organization has been heated and emotional. Republicans argue against the organization on an ethical basis, pointing to undercover videos that they say show Planned Parenthood employees selling fetal tissues and other fetal parts for profit. Planned Parenthood refutes this, saying the videos have been heavily doctored. Considering this debate in Congress, there is no denying that this has become a major political issue, as political science student Sophia Mills explains.
I think it's because of the abortion issue, but I think a lot of especially conservative politicians with conservative bases use this as a wedge issue and to get people to just rally around them who have those far right-wing or far pro-life ideologies.
Both sides of the political spectrum have taken this issue to social media in opposition or support of the organization. Democrat White House hopeful Martin O'Malley and Bernie Sanders were among those to pink out their Twitter avatars. Sanders tweeted, quote, "I stand with Planned Parenthood. These attacks come from those who simply do not believe women have a right to control their own bodies." Abortion opponent and Republican presidential candidate Mike Huckabee tore into the organization, tweeting, quote, "Planned Parenthood performs 327,000 abortions per year. Cecile Richards, this is not health care." A poll published on Monday in the Wall Street Journal shows that 61% of Americans oppose defunding Planned Parenthood, while 35% support defunding the organization. For You Heard, I'm Rob Engle.
We'll be right back after this break.
The William Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications has been a part of Marshall University's history since 1926. Today, the school offers 7 degree programs including advertising, radio and television production, sports reporting, public relations, and broadcast, online, and print journalism. SOJMC prepares students for the opportunities and challenges of the industry. Professional-oriented courses as well as hands-on learning environments help students gather real-world experience before stepping out to their field of choice. And with a vast variety of student-run clubs and organizations, students always have the chance to better their skills. The W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications combines classroom and hands-on learning environments to provide students with the background necessary for future employment in the field of mass communications, and continues today to produce award-winning content through a variety of majors.
After 2 big wins for the Herd, freshman quarterback Chase Linton is beginning to assimilate to both being a college student and Herd starting quarterback. You heard Haley Wade got to sit down with Linton this week and see how he's adjusting to being a freshman.
Freshman year is a new and exciting part of life for students, a year of firsts. For Marshall's freshman quarterback Chase Linton, having his red shirt taken back and playing football in front of thousands is just another part of his first year at college.
I thought this year would be a learning experience for me, and it came out. I got thrown in and just had to go from there.
While he's working to make sure his passes are complete on the field, his main concern right now is making sure he passes his classes.
I just really focus on football and school. That's about it. I'm not one to go out and do much. And if I do, it's just I'm with my teammates, and that's that.
But when class is over, playing down on the field is where Linton says he comes to life.
I mean, a lot of people say I'm different from on the field than I am off. As soon as I put the helmet on, it's I'm not quiet. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm ready to go. I'm in my teammates' faces, ready to go, getting them pumped up and ready to play.
While it can seem like a lot to juggle at 19, Litton says the game is a release for him.
It's something that can take your mind off everything. It's something you go out and just do. It's not really something that you need to sit there and stress about and just focus on it. Do what you usually do.
This season, it's all about what he can learn from his professors and from his teammates. For You Heard, I'm Haley Wade.
The Herd will take on Old Dominion this week at the Joan C. Edwards Stadium, where Litton and his revamped offense will try and continue their success. When we return, we'll take a look at a festival that has been supporting local Huntington business and music for now 6 years.
The William Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications has been a part of Marshall University's history since 1926. Today, the school offers 7 degree programs including advertising, radio and television production, sports reporting, public relations, and broadcast, online, and print journalism. SOJMC prepares students for the opportunities and challenges of the industry. Professional-oriented courses as well as hands-on learning environments help students gather real-world experience before stepping out into their field of choice.
Welcome back. For now the 6th year, the Huntington Music and Arts Festival has supported local business and music throughout the tri-state area. You heard his own Nick Herrick was there.
September 26th was the 6th annual Huntington Music and Arts Festival. It was held at the amphitheater at Ritter Park and drew in a crowd of Huntington locals and Marshall students to listen to local bands and see local art.
First of all, I think it helps get the college kids out more because, I mean, for people my age, I'm in my late 20s and I go to the bars a lot. And I know college kids do too, but like we see a lot of music and stuff, but like you guys, especially the college kids that are from out of town, don't really know about the kind of music we have to offer around here.
Bands are brought in from all over the tri-state area to play the 10-hour festival. Local businesses and restaurants were also there for the day. Bands like Ona are excited to see what the festival does for the area's future music scene.
It's awesome. The music scene here is growing year after year. With artists like Tyler, you can hear playing in the background. And everybody's really in it together. And this is like people call it the Christmas of the Huntington music scene.
The festival has grown over the past few years and is expected to continue. I'm Nick Herrick. You heard?
That's it for this episode of You Heard. For the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications and the You Heard staff, I'm Tom Jenkins. You heard?